Hello, Barrett Ersick here today to talk to you about what I believe is one of the most critical traits an entrepreneur must possess in order for them to kind of make it for the long haul and reach their goals and realize their vision. Let's face it, if you're after a big, hairy, audacious goal, at some point you're going to get knocked down and you're not necessarily going to want to get back up. You know, Jim Collins says that one of the most important traits that he's seen in companies that are great compared to the ones that are good, the ones that really last, is just their simple ability to get back up after they get knocked down. So this is all about resiliency. So how do you build resiliency? Well, in my mind, the way that I build resiliency in my entrepreneurial trek and frankly in my personal life as well is to focus on gratitude. And you know, people think, oh well, I'll focus on gratitude once I have enough happiness. You know, it's not happiness that brings gratitude, but rather it's gratitude that brings happiness. And if you can learn to have faith, to just trust in life, trust that everything life brings you is a gift, even when it seems like it's a pile of crap. If you can just look into your soul and just step back and get some perspective and say, you know what, even though this doesn't feel good, even though I don't understand why this is good, I trust that somehow life brought me this for a reason, and in fact, it's okay. If you can get that sense of gratitude, to trust that even days that are full of darkness and despair, that even those days are good and you can look for things to be grateful for, then you can build that sense of resiliency within yourself. Here's the other benefit to live in an attitude of gratitude and live in a life of gratefulness. You know, if you can be totally committed to the process of getting something done, of reaching your goals, of realizing your BHAG, committed to the process, but unattached to the outcome. So in other words, the immediate, day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month outcomes may not be exactly what you envisioned, may not be exactly the way you wanted it to go. In fact, it's almost guaranteed not to be the way that you envisioned it to go. But if you can just trust that those zigs and those zags, some of them feeling like maybe they're bad zigs and zags, if you can trust that those zigs and zags are actually good, if you can actually look, get some perspective, and say, you know what, somehow, some way, this is good, and I trust that there will be a good outcome from this. If you can trust that all outcomes are good, then you're not so focused on being frustrated because you didn't get what you wanted that day, that week, that month. But instead, you can be focused on the bigger picture and about being grateful for everything that is happening to you, even though you don't understand why all the negative things might be happening to you. Here's the benefit. Look, we can't control what happens to us. Bad things will happen, frustrating things will happen, and it's okay to get upset for a second. But here's the thing: if you live in that sense of frustration and anger and conflict because things aren't going your way, because you're saying, why me? Why is this happening to me? Then what you're going to do is you're going to fill your heart and your mind with conflict, with anxiety, with stress. It's going to take a toll on your health, it's going to take a toll on your family, and it's going to make it a lot harder for you to continue to focus on your BHAG. But if you can actually take, you can't control what happens to you, but you can only control how you respond to what happens to you. So if you can take those days that don't go your way and just sit back, take a deep breath and say, you know what, I trust in life. I trust that everything that life brings me is a gift, even when it doesn't appear why it is a gift, even when it seems like it's a pile of crap. If you can actually take that attitude, then you don't fill your heart and your mind with stress, conflict, and anxiety, but instead you fill your mind and your heart with peace, creativity, and opportunity. Look, you can't control what happens to you. You can only control your response to what happens to you. But if you can respond with an attitude of gratitude, even when things don't appear to be going your way, if you can foster this sense of faith, if you can choose to have a sense of faith in life, if you can do that, then you'll get through those tough times that you can't necessarily control everything on the outside, but you can control everything on the inside. And that response, your ability to control your response, I believe that will be your biggest opportunity to create a positive outcome in the long run. Because if you can sit back and have that attitude of gratitude, you don't have stress, conflict, and anxiety, but you have peace, creativity, and opportunity. And that's going to ensure that you're going to find creative solutions. That's going to ensure that you're going to be aware when opportunities arise. And it's also going to make you better with your family. It's going to make you healthier in life. And it's going to ensure that you reach your BHAG, realize your vision, and make your entrepreneurial mission a positive success long term. So this is Barrett Ursick here talking to you about fostering a sense of gratitude. Use that to build a sense of reality, of resiliency, to create the reality that you envision long term. Don't get frustrated when you get some setbacks. You will get them. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. But instead, just get some perspective and have an attitude of gratitude and make your dreams come true. Barrett Ursick signing off.